Hi, pals. Compliments of the season. Let's simplify this. Okay. The first thing we need to do is, if you've been my follower, you know that this is how we go about it. Let's simplify what we have inside the bracket since the sort is yet to be simplified. So we have root 6 plus root 2 divided by root 8. Okay. And this is equal to, recall that square root of a multiplied by b is also equal to square root of a multiplied by square root of b. Okay, so that means we can express each of these terms as the multiples of their factors, right? So we can write root 6 as square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 2 plus square root of 2 divided by, then square root of 8 can be written as square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 2. Now when it comes to square root of 8, I showed square root of 4 multiplied by 2 because I know square root of 4 can give me a whole number, which is 2. That's why I chose it. Okay, now this is equal to, we have root 2 here and root 2 here. So we pick one and we factorize to have root 3 plus 1, right? Then divided by root 2 multiplied by square root of 4 is 2. Now this is going to cancel this. Okay, so when that happens, we now have this to be equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 2. Now let us substitute this back into the equation. The equation says square root of 6 plus root 2 over root 8 to the power of 9. Now we can rewrite it as what? Square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2 raised to the power of 9. Okay? Yes. All right, now we can say let what we have inside the bracket, that is root 3 plus 1 divided by 2, we can say let this be equal to x. Okay, so if we say that, we now cross multiply. I will explain in a bit what I'm doing or why I'm doing what I'm doing, the steps I'm taking. Okay, now 2 times x will give us 2x is equal to square root of 3 plus 1. All right, let's transfer the constant to this side. So it's going to be 2x minus 1 because plus 1 will cross to become minus 1 is equal to root 3. Now this is time to square both sides in order to remove this square root sign. Okay, this is always the step you take in this type of questions. I will explain later. Now let's square both sides of the equation. So this side squared and this squared. Then we have, when you have a minus b squared, this is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so here our a is 2x and our b is 1. So we can actually write this as 2x squared minus 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by our b is 1, right? Then plus b squared, that is 1 squared. That is it for the left hand side of the equation, is equal to, then here this will cancel this, so we are left with 3. Okay, so let's expand this. 2 squared will give us 4. Then we have x squared minus 2 times 2x is 4x plus 1 squared is 1 is equal to 3. Now we are trying to make x squared the subject of the formula. So we are going to transfer everything connected to x squared to the other side, okay? So that we have 4x squared is equal to 3 minus 4x will cross to become plus 4x and plus 1 will cross to become minus 1. So we have 4x squared is equal to 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 4x. Now this is a very important equation. Okay, this is a very important equation. Now the reason why we are going to stop here instead of making x squared the subject of the formula is, if I try to make x squared the subject of the formula, you will see that I'm going to have a fraction here because 2 divided by 4 will give me 1 over 2 and I don't need a fraction, I need a linear equation. So we are going to stop here and solve with 4x squared. Now let me explain what I'm doing. Remember, we are asked to simplify this, right? This is what we are asked to simplify, and we simplified it to this. Now if we say let this be equal to x, that means we're actually solving for x to the power of 9, right? we are simplifying x to the power of 9. Now let me analyze x to the power of 9 for you. Now x to the power of 9 is the same thing as, now that we have x squared here, now that we have x squared here, this x squared, if I should square it, I will have x to the power of 4, right? Because when you have a to the power of m raised to the power of n, it is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 times 2 will give me 4. Now, if I square this again, I will have x to the power of 4 times 2, which is 8. Okay? Then, if I multiply this by 1x now, because when you have a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So if I multiply this by x, this is equal to x to the power of 8 multiplied by x to the power of 1, which is equal to what? X to the power of 8 plus 1, which is equal to x to the power of 9. Now, this is what we are going to do to reach x to the power of 9, which is actually what we are simplifying. Do you now get it? Now, we are going to take these steps and I'm going to guide us through then let's continue what we are doing. So at this point, you can see why this is a very important equation. Let's call it equation 1. Now, to continue what we are doing so that we can get to x to the power of 9, which is not easy, we are going to do what? Square this. And we cannot just square this, we are going to square both sides of the equation so that we can get to x to the power of 4. Okay, so let's do that. So we have 4x squared is equal to 2 plus 4x squared. Okay, now 4 squared will give us 16. We have 16. X squared is x to the power of 2 times 2, which is 4, is equal to, now when you have a plus b squared, it's going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So it's going to be a squared plus 2ab, that is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4x, plus b squared, that is plus 4x squared. So we have 16 x to the power of 4 is equal to 2 squared is 4 plus 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So we have 16x plus 4 squared is 16x squared. Okay, permit me to draw this line before we can continue. If this is the first time you're seeing this channel, please click on the subscription button, turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss our amazing videos. Okay, all right, now this is where we are. That's 16x to the power of 4 is equal to 4 plus 16x plus 16x squared. Now let us divide through by 4 because I want to simplify this equation. So if I divide through by 4, I'll have 4x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 plus, this will give me 4x plus this will give me 4x squared. Now you can see that we have 4x squared here. Can you see that? Yes, we have 4x squared here. And recall that our 4x squared, which is the most important equation, is 2 plus 4x. So we are going to substitute here. Anytime we see 4x, we substitute it there. So we are going to have 4x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 plus 4x plus 2 plus 4x. Since 4x squared is 2 plus 4x. Okay, so we have 4x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 4x plus 4x is 8x. Now recall what I said, we are going to square both sides of the equation now to get to x to the power of 8, right? So we have 4x to the power of 4 squared is equal to 3 plus 8x squared. Okay, so 4 squared will give us 16. X to the power of 4 squared is 4 times 2, 8. So we have gotten x to the power of 8. You can see that is equal to, now this is going to be a squared, that is 3 squared, plus 2ab, 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 8x, plus b squared, 8x squared. Okay, all right. Now we have 16x to the power of 8 is equal to 3 squared is 9 plus 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 8 is 48. So we have 48x plus, now 8 squared is 64 and we have x squared. Okay, all right. Now we have 16x to the power of 8 is equal to 9 plus 48x plus, now let's bring out 4x squared from here. How do we do that? 64 divided by 4 is 16, right? So this is same thing as 16 multiplied by 4x squared. So we are still going to substitute this 4x squared to simplify the equation. If you don't, this equation will be hard to simplify. So that's why we keep simplifying it like that. So we have 9 plus 4, 88x plus 16 multiplied by, now 4x squared is what? Where is it? Our 4x squared is 2 plus 4x. 2 plus 4x. Okay? All right. So we have 16x to the power of 8 is equal to 9 plus 48x plus 16 times 2 is 32 plus 16 times 4 is 64x. All right. So we have 16x to the power of 8. We're almost there. Is equal to 9 plus 32 will give us 41. So we have 41 plus, now 48 plus 64. 60 plus 40 is 100. 8 plus 4 is 12. So it's going to be 112x. Okay. All right. Now recall what I said. When we get to x to the power of 8, we multiply both sides by x to get to x to the power of 9. So that's exactly what we are going to do. 16x to the power of 8 multiplied by x is equal to 41 plus 112x multiplied by x. Okay, so we have 16x to the power of 9. Okay, because this x to the power of 1 is equal to 41 times x is 41x, and 112x times x is 112x squared. Okay, all right. Now we have 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 41x. Recall, we always try to bring out 4x squared from our x squared, right? So 112x squared divided by 4 will give us that should be 28, right? Yeah. So we have 28 multiplied by 4x squared. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to have. So we have 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 41x plus 28 bracket. Recall that our 4x squared is 2 plus what? 2 plus 4x. So we have 2 plus 4x. Okay. All right. So we keep solving. We're almost there, like I said. Is equal to 41x plus 28 times 2 will give us 56. So we have 56 plus 28 times 4 is 112x. All right. Now we have 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 41x plus 112x will give us 153x. Okay, plus 56. Now at this point, you notice that this is x to the power of 9. So it's like we've gotten to where we are been trying to get to. So we are going to substitute our x back so that we can get our final answer. All right. Have you given us a thumbs up yet? If you've not, please do that. Thank you very much. Now, what is our x? Recall what we said. Let square root of 3 plus 1 over 2 be equal to x. So we are going to substitute it here. So we'll write 16 x to the power of 9 is equal to 153 brackets square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 56. Then we solve. So 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 153 root 3. I'm now opening the bracket. So this times this will give us this, plus this times 1 will give us 153. Everything divided by 2 plus 56 over 1. Now we are going to solve. So we have 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 153 square root of 3 plus 153. Yeah, because the LCM is 2, pardon me. So when 2 divides 2, you have 1. 1 times anything you have here will still give you the same thing. All right. Plus, now 1 divides 2, you still have 2. 2 times 56 will give us 112. So we have 112 here. All right. So we have 16x to the power of 9 is equal to 153 root 3. 153 root 3 plus, now 153 plus 112 will give us 265. 265 divided by 2. Now let's factorize x to the power of 9 out, and to bring it out we need to multiply both sides by 16, right? So multiply both sides by 1 over 16, sorry. So if we do that, we have 16x to the power of 9 multiplied by 1 over 16, okay, is equal to 153 root 3 plus 265 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 over 16. So this 16, we cancel this 16. Now we have x to the power of 9 is equal to 153 root 3 plus 265 divided by 32. Now let's substitute our x back. Recall that our x is what? This is the original x that we reduced, this one that we reduced or simplified to this. So that is what we are going to use, the original one, so that it will relate to what we are asked to solve. So square root of 6 plus square root of 2 divided by square root of 8 raised to the power of 9 is equal to 153 root 3 plus 265, okay, divided by 32. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a lovely day. Bye.